But you said Dak Prescott has this workhorse-like mentality. He's out there all the time. And basically, he's a guy that if you were to build a team, you would put it on his shoulders. It seems like Jerry Jones and Dak are closer and closer to that inevitability.
Yeah, I think they're getting closer to that. And I would not be surprised in July, which is going to be the deadline as far as them redoing a contract, that they get this thing done at some point. But, again, Dak Prescott has been that guy. He's done everything this organization has asked of him in his tenure here as a Cowboy. Came in his first year, he became an instant leader. He was a guy that showed up every day and consistently did the things that they asked for him to do and beyond. And one of the biggest problems that this organization has had, even before Dak got here, was a leadership issue. A ton of talent, but couldn't get over the hump because they didn't have those guys that were true leaders that helped them. Now you have a young kid at your quarterback position who's willing to go that extra mile, and he still doesn't have a long-term deal. So this is, for them, I think the Cowboys are looking at this saying, listen, we got to get this deal done. And not knowing what the salary cap's going to look like in the future, this has to get done by July.
I would assume, because of all the things that you just said, is why Dak Prescott was standing so firm on what he wanted, because they could have paid him a year ago. They chose not to do that. They rolled the dice. He had his best season yet. Now, going into a season with Mike McCarthy, who is an incredible offensive quarterback coach. I mean, that is just well known by, if you look through any of his stats with his work with you name it, he might have his best year yet, and nobody knows what's going to happen with the salary cap. So what do you think they do with the deal? Do you think it'll be largely based on if the salary cap moves, he'll get a percentage of the salary cap? Like, how do you think they make this deal happen by July 15th?
Here's the hang-up. The hang-up's on how many years. The hang-up is Cowboys want him at 5 years. He wants a 4-year deal, which I totally understand. I mean, you want the flexibility to say, I play 4 years and then I move on and go on to the next one. Because what the Cowboys are going to do is lock you down with 5 years. And we all know who's in control of the franchise tag again. 5-year deal, and then when your 5 years is up, they're going to lock you. They said, well, we don't want a long-term deal. We're going to franchise tag you again, which they have the option to do. So if I'm Dak, I'm going 4 years. I'm going to stick to my guns and make sure I win, because it's not on Dak to the fact, like you just said, they had this option last year to get him signed. They should have got him signed. It didn't happen. Now he's going to stick to his gun and have the leverage on, I want a 4-year deal. Let's figure it out.
How are the Cowboys going to afford everybody?